on to Sky Sports coverage of World Matchplay darts.
Blackpool is buzzing tonight. Constant tension around the Winter Garden. Filling the power. Taylor does it again.
Welcome to On the Wire from the BetVictor World Matchplay at the Blackpool Winter Gardens. I'm Dan Dawson, and 3 days ago, Phil Taylor said this.
If anybody's a little gambler, have a little better than 9 darter.
Tonight, he did this. However, he'd already spoilt it all by wearing this. I am Dan Dawson, and joining me I've got Rod Harrington, a two-time BetVictor World Matchplay winner. Rod, there's only one place to start. Phil the Power Taylor, a perfect 9-dart leg. He said he'd do it. This is like Babe Ruth calling his shot.
Absolutely right, Dan. I mean, he told everybody. I hope you got on it. 18-1 it was that BetVictor were giving you. And Phil Taylor, when he's in this sort of mood, look out.
Yeah, certainly. A 13-6 victory over Michael Smith. Phil even looked to his mates in the crowd and said, I told you. 105 average. This is old Phil Taylor. He loves it here.
He does, yeah. I mean, when you're comfortable on a stage, even if you're indifferent coming in, you just feel confident, and Taylor is exactly that. I mean, to be fair to Michael Smith, he put up a good show, could have been 4-1 up at that first break, would have been totally different from there on in. But once Phil Taylor gets in front of you and has that leg-on-leg pressure, then there ain't many people who can handle it. Yeah,
Michael was on the 9-dart as well. He told me he thought he was going to do it. Anyway, Dave Allen, our man, caught up with the power.
50-odd% on your finishing tonight, 105 average. That's getting back there, isn't it?
I'm getting back, yeah, and I think I can improve. I think my stamina's got to improve. You know, my stamina isn't as good as what it can be. So just got to improve on my stamina. Graydon Lewis, like talk about jealous.
It's another memorable night for you on the Winter Garden stage. But
it is for me, yeah. And I think for everybody that supports me, you know. Got another one there doing signs up. That one's Michael Smith.
You're making a lot of friends up there.
Every player that walks past is doing rude signs at me, by the way.
Now that's probably a sign of respect, because they know that
he's not very good at it, Michael.
They know that you're a live contender for this title now.
Yeah, of course. I'm pleased as punch, obviously, to get through. I mean, Michael's beat me the last time, and he said he beat me twice on trot. He didn't. I beat him the time before 6-0 at Berlin. But he's a good player, and I do respect him. I respect everybody, and I'm going to get ready for the next one now.
20 tournament 9-darters for Phil the Power Taylor. We did have 3 more quarter-final spots up for grabs, and we'll start with Wes Newton, a 15-3 winner over Paul Nicholson. It went all the way to the tie-break. Rod, what a game.
It was, and I commentated on it, and actually it was like pulling teeth at times, I have to say, especially the early part. But at the end of the day, a win is a win, and Wes has got to forget about how he won. You know, the 160 was the crucial thing for Wes, and he's got to get away. He's got a hard task on his hands now with Phil Taylor. But as I said, he got over the line.
Yeah, that 160 saved the match. Paul Nicholson missing 5 match darts in that one. We also saw Adrian Lewis, the 2-time world champion, just seemed to have enough against Mervyn King. Little spurts from him.
Yeah, I think that was a better performance than what we actually give him credit for. I mean, he went on about an hour and a half after he was anticipating. So that's hard to prepare. So that's a good result for AD, just under the 100 average. Good performance.
Yeah, and then we saw Gary Anderson, who was incredible. A 13-8 winner over Stephen Bunting, who put up a fight. But Gary, it's all going his way this year.
He's been playing brilliant for a long time, and we can't talk about him missing doubles anymore, that's for sure, because he ain't missing anything, especially those trebles. Yeah, look out for Anderson, because if he carries on like that, he'll be hard to beat.
Fascinating night of darts. What's it done to the outright odds? Charlie McCann from BetVictor is willing to tell us.
Thanks, Dan. Well, no surprise. Michael van Gogh in 13-8, out from 13-8, out to 15-8 because of one man, Phil the Power Taylor. 3-1, absolute insult. Phil is now into 2-1 and almost vying for favouritism with the current world champion. Adrian Lewis 6-1 from 8. Gary Anderson also 8-1. James Wade 8. Simon Whitlock 14s. Chizzy, who plays MVG, and Wes Newton 40-1, and he'll take on the Power on Friday evening. But the big move, MVG 13-8 out to 15-8, and the Power on the move. 9-but Phil, 2-1 from 3s.
Well, 32 players came to this BetVictor World Matchplay. We are now down to 8. The quarter-finals start on Thursday night. We have 2 of them. James Wade against Simon Whitlock, 2 guys who know each other very, very well.
They're from the same stable. Yes, and although they're from the same stable, there's going to be a lot of rivalry up there. I mean, the last time they met, a little bit of nickel. Simon Whitlock, as he walked off, James Wade give him a little wave just to say, on your bike, boy. So he'll remember that. So I'm looking forward to that. Be a bit of nickel, but James Wade been solid. I expect a lot of legs in that game. It could go all the way.
I love needle. We could get loads of it. The other game, it's just going to be 180s all over the place, isn't it? Dave Chisnell against Michael Van Gerwen, the tournament favourite, as Charlie McCann was just telling us.
It is. I mean, Dave Chisnell, he's been playing really well, upped his scoring power, which we knew he had, and he's hitting doubles now, but he's got to get into Michael early. If Michael gets in front, then Michael could run away with it. But it's going to be interesting to see what Michael Van Gerwen does tomorrow after what Phil Taylor's done tonight.
Yeah, interesting. Charlie McCann, what are the odds for tomorrow night?
Well, Dan, as you can see, James Wade 4-6 versus Simon Whitlock 11-10. First up, James marginal favourite, of course. Simon beaten Barney last night, but it's marginal favouritism in that was almost a derby game as well. And MVG, no surprise there, 2-9 against Dave Chisnell, 100-30. Chizzy, as Rod said, in good form, 180s in his round of the last 16, hitting those doubles, but 100-30. We think it'll be MVG. This one, the first quarter-final rather, maybe a little bit more difficult. This is McCann's money makers. Well, the money machine was Rod Harrington on Wednesday evening, but Wade versus Whitlock match with the highest checkout. Whitlock, of course, has got this reputation of 170s. We've now had a 9-darter. Will we get a maximum? Will we get a 170 finish? 10-11, that's the one for me. Michael Van Gerwen, most 180s on the night, 12-5. And it's interesting, Rod and I both agree on this. Michael Van Gerwen will have seen what happened on Wednesday evening. He will have seen Phil Taylor put down that marker. He may want to retaliate. That retaliation may come in the form of 180s. Of course, he's playing a 180 machine. They will be fast and furious that game. It'll suit Van Gerwen. And Whitlock highest checkout on the night. Again, I'm going back to that possible 170 scenario for Simon Whitlock. 5-2 from that. They're McCann's money makers. And 3-dart thrill, interesting. We only mentioned this because of what's gone on. Taylor, the bar is being raised. He's absolutely outstanding. We saw Adrian maybe dip from his 110 of the first, but of course I think there were circumstances on that going in at 11:30. But any player to break the world 3-dart average in a televised touring during the BetVictor Matchplay. So this until Sunday night, that's a 5-2 shot, 25-1 shot, sorry, rather. And this is more importantly, a man in form. The treble landed on Wednesday night. Rod, talk us through these.
Well, I'm going for Van Gerwen over 8.5 180s. I think there's going to be 20 odd legs in there, and over 20 odd legs, Van Gerwen's going to hit more than 8.5 180s. And again, Michael Van Gerwen, you talked about him, Phil Taylor laying down the marker. I think Michael Van Gerwen needs to retaliate, needs to hold on to the favouritism that BetVictor have given him.
If I could just interject there, the significance there, 14-1, of course, Mike, and of course the power was 18-1. We're actually succumbing. We're basically saying enough after the 18-1. That was maybe slight, and we've reacted to 14-1 for Rod.
Yeah, I think that's a good bet. I really do. Simon Whitlock, to hit 8 180s plus against James Wade. Again, when we look at how many legs are going to be in that match, that's what I'm looking at. There's going to be well over 20 legs. Could go to a tie break, so that should be beaten easy. And again, in the Wade and Whitlock match, over 138. Charlie mentioned it earlier on about the 170 possibility. These two guys take out ton-plus shots out all the time, and I think that's going to go. So that's my fourfold. You can double them up, treble them up, whatever you want, but could be a few quid.
Well, look at that. We're talking world record averages and 180s galore and massive finishes. This BetVictor World Matchplay is a proper tournament. We do need to inject a little bit of glamour into proceedings here, so it's time for Sammi Marsh to do the Twitter takeover. And today's subject is Wes Newton.
Hi, I'm Sammi Marsh. We're doing the Twitter takeover today. I have Wes Newton with me. Hi, Wes.
How you doing?
I'm fine. Are you all right?
I'm all right, yeah. Okay. Especially after that game.
Wes, you were quarter-finalist here in 2011. Do you think you can go all the way this time?
Hopefully I can go all the way. It's every game at a time, you know what I mean? I've not come into this tournament at the best of form, but I'm winning, and that's the main thing.
As long as you've got a winning game, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters, yeah. I'm winning, so bring it on.
What's it like playing at your home tournament?
Unbelievable, to be honest. I think the crowd tonight lifted me. There's a big factor in me winning. Having the crowd on your side is a big help, so, hopefully every tournament will be in Blackpool in future.
By the minute start sent in, what do you do between now and Friday?
Relax, practice my doubles, because I was poor on my doubles tonight, but and have a bit of family time, and just try and relax and enjoy myself, because I've done pretty good reaching the quarterfinals, being so far down my first couple of games. Just take the positives and just try and relax and enjoy it.
And Bailey Porter sent in, what is a sensible price to pay for a zoo admission of a family of 4?
Family of 4, at least 25 quid. Blackpool Zoo is awesome, and I recommend it to anyone. Even if you're not from Fleetwood, you don't get discount, but I recommend it.
The football guy is sent in, what were you thinking when you hit the 160 tonight?
I thought, oh, that's got to work, Paul Nicholson. What an awesome finish, right time, pat on the back for myself, but I thought that's got to hurt and kick on from here, bit of damage done there.
Paul Wilson sent in, has your dad ever beaten you playing darts in your local league?
He has, he beat me in the final of the Fleetwood individual darts league, so not a nice dad, you know what I mean, punishing me like that in front of everyone, but it's a learning curve, isn't it?
Well, Wes, thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you.
Wes Newton there, big fan of Blackpool Zoo, it would appear. We've been on the wire. I've been Dan Dawson, Rod Harrington, thank you very much for joining me, and of course Charlie McCann from BetVictor. Big news, of course, we saw a 9-darter tonight, but we also saw this man. Big Wes fan, and of course he will be back on Friday, because so is Wes Newton. That's us done, and as Paul Nicholson would say, cheers.
Blackpool is buzzing tonight. Constant tension around the Winter Garden. Filling the power. Taylor does it again.
BetVictor sponsors Sky Sports coverage of World Matchplay darts.